Just because I have opinions of something does not mean that you should be rude or nasty towards me. Round 2. Opinions are just opinions, so do not come for me because of my opinions. You know, you can disagree, but you don't have to attack me. Okay, I know a lot of people do unpopular opinions, but a lot of unpopular opinions aren't unpopular, so I'm just gonna do opinions. They're not really that unpopular. Chick-fil-A is not good to me. It's good sometimes, but the chicken is really too sweet for me at times, and I don't really fairly enjoy it. But their milkshakes are bomb. I don't like it when YouTubers claim that they're broke, but they're not really broke. And again, you're riding in your BMW in the and just moving into your mansion that you just bought. Like, I can understand that, you know, they're trying to be relatable, but it's like, you're not really broke. It's okay to like different genres of music. I am not that into K-pop as I used to be. I used to like K-pop in the like 2012, 2011, but 2013, 14. But then after like 2014, I just started to die down with it a lot. And I'm just not that into it, but that doesn't mean I dislike it or anything. I'm just not that into it. And I feel kind of like sad when people ask me about it and they're like, oh, what's your favorite group? Or like, what's your favorite song? And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't been into it for a long time. And I know a lot of my viewers love K-pop, but I'm not that into it, and I don't know much groups about. Because my foot is itchy, wait. Okay, just because somebody likes and wants to learn a language doesn't mean that they want to be that race. Like, for example, lots of people that watch me are learning Korean or like Japanese, but I feel like people, something about, if you're learning, okay, let's just say I'm learning Spanish. If I learn Spanish and I'm like, oh, I say some hola, ¿cómo está? People are like, oh, nothing. But if I said 안녕하세요, 나야 니시입니다, people are like, she wants to be Korean. But nobody says she wants to be Spanish. Nobody says that. People just get mad at people for wanting to learn a language other than the basic of Spanish and French. Like, why is it so difficult? And another thing about language, American school system needs to add more foreign languages into their foreign languages choices. We do not have enough besides just French and Spanish and sometimes German. If they added different languages, students will want to learn more. I always thought it would be super cool if they had like some type of African language, just something different or something unique other than Spanish or French. Then I'm pretty sure more people will be more interested in learning that and be more excited about foreign languages. That's how I feel. But I understand why we learn French and Spanish, because it's of course necessary. Every time somebody says poor, they equal to Africa. Africa is a continent, not a country. And people keep saying Africa as a country and not a continent. Like, you never hear people say, I want to help the poor children in Asia, or I want to help the poor children in the Americas. Like, they just always assume Africa equals poor. They just always highlight the poorness in Africa. There's so many rich countries in Africa and rich cities within that continent of Africa. I think politics are disgusting. I will not speak on politics. I do not like to speak on politics. I hate politics. And why I hate politics is because politics bring out the worst in people, and it's disgusting. I went to school. I'm gonna put my school on blast. I went to a school where they decided to do politics. And they decided to make kids vote. And this was in middle school. So it was Obama versus Mitt Romney. No, not Mitt Romney. That was in 2008. Obama versus, yeah, Mitt Romney. Obama versus Mitt Romney. And of course, they said, okay, students that vote for Obama do this. Students that vote for Mitt Romney do this. And it caused a race riot. And I saw the evilness in all those students. Like, we've been growing up all together. And like, I seen the nastiness in students. And I just do not like politics. Politics brings out the worst in people. You do not have to be super, super, super pretty to be a model. You just have to be unique and different and tall. The music industry was more diverse in the 90s and 2000s more than it is now. Think about it. Back then you had so many different artists coming together, singing, dancing, like doing collabs together. Now I feel like it's a race. Like, you can only be one top person. Like, back then we had a bunch of female rappers, we had a bunch of R&B singers, we had a bunch of pop singers, we had boy group, girl group, solo people. It was just so diverse in everything. But now it's like there can only be one spot. Only one person can be on top. Nobody can beat this person. For example, with the whole Nicki and Cardi thing, like, why can't they both be on top? Why does it have to be one or the other? Why do we have to pick and choose? And I feel like we don't have that many artists that much. There's not that many artists to choose from. You have like this limited, like this amount of artists, and they're the same artists in the media. But back in the 90s and the early 2000s, you had so many people, so many groups. Another thing, I miss groups. I miss boy groups. I miss girl groups. I miss being like, I'm that one and you're that one when I was younger. I miss that so much. And I think that's why K-pop is really popular nowadays, because people just miss that group forming. Like, when you have a group, it's just delicioso. I'm not the type of person to dislike a person. I don't really care what a person does with their life, but Kodak Black is trash. He has a trash personality. He is so disrespectful to beautiful dark-skinned women. It's not good. He is bad. So, Annie bangs, the 90s bangs are super cute, okay? Like the Selenas, the Britney Spears, the Mariah Carey bangs. Yes, they're just so adorable. The 90s bangs, I love. Ryan Destiny is beautiful. She's gorgeous, honey, gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Every time I watch Star, I'm like wanting to fight the air, because it should not be that legal to be that pretty. She's like she literally looks like a Bratz doll that is just like in real life. She is so gorgeous. I think it's absolutely disgusting when you watch somebody and you absolutely hate them. Let me explain. Let's say you don't like me. If you watch all my videos and you leave hate comments. Why, sis? Why? I got this hate comment and it was like, I quote, "I see your ugly Korea boot ass finally moved to Korea. YouTube has been recommending this video towards me. I hope you beat." I stopped reading right there. Like, she was just so hateful, like calling me like all kinds of names. I'm like, for one, the only people that knew that I've been like planning to move to Korea are people that watch me. That's disgusting. I don't understand. Like, when I first started my YouTube channel in like 2011, I had a hate page. I had a hate page. Hate page. I had like 37 subscribers and 2 people were watching, and it would be one of those people, and she used to comment, like, call me the N-word with the ER. YouTube should bring back the blocking. You should be able to block a channel. Okay, YouTube has this thing where you block people, but it's not really blocking people. I feel like it should be like how Instagram is. If you block somebody, they can't see your content, they can't watch your videos. That's what blocking is, not hiding them. YouTube. Credit is kind of dumb. Having credit, starting credit is kind of dumb to me. Like, I understand you have to start credit to prove that you're able to get a loan or you're going to pay it back, but you can have a really good credit score and then like be sucky at money. It is extremely annoying when your parents say, back in the day kids didn't act like this. Back in the day kids were good. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. I understand we have some kids these days who are just kind of like what, but kids and teenagers were the same as they are now back then, but we just have social media and phones to document it, and it's on the internet. Teen pregnancy, smoking, drinking, kids did it all the same. Like, if your parents ever say like their generation was better, I think your parents were like young adults and adults in the 90s, just say freaking nigga. That's all I'm saying. Okay, don't tell your parents that. We'll like slap you. Don't do that. I feel like YouTube should not take as much as a cut from smaller YouTubers as they do from big YouTubers. YouTube takes 40%, if you guys don't know. So if you make $100, YouTube takes $40 of that and you get $60. I feel like as a smaller creator, they should just, on smaller creators, they should take 30 or 20% or 25%. I feel like that, and once a subscriber meets a certain amount of views, a certain amount of subscribers, then that's when they should just make it 40%. College is not necessary unless you want to become a doctor, lawyer, or something that needs a profession with. For me, for example, I am taking up film and directing. It's something I don't need to go to college for, and it's kind of a waste of money. So unless you absolutely want the college experience, or you don't really need college to be successful. You know, people feel like college, you have to go to college to be successful. That is not true. There's so many people that don't go to college without being successful. But I feel like we're so pushed to go to college and we're so pushed to do this. But there are other ways to do it. I mean, I'm not saying not go to college, but I'm just saying it's not a necessity. In America, healthcare should be free. Colleges make way too much money off football. Let me explain. For example, I'm going to be using my university town-ish. I don't go to university there, but it's in my town. University of Alabama. As you guys know, if you're from Alabama, Georgia, Florida, the South, anywhere, I don't know. If for any of those places, you know college football is a big deal. They make millions to the point where Nick Saban gets paid like 11 million a year or 17 million a year. That's a lot of money. And I feel like colleges should pay their football players or their sports players some type of allowance because they make so much money off of them. If the coach can get paid $17 million a year, you can at least pay the students at least you can at least pay the football workers at least $500 a month for food or something, because I know the coaches give them gifts, but I feel like they will probably want their own money. They can't work, they can't do YouTube, there's a lot of stuff they cannot do. I know they get paid for their scholarship, but think about it. You're getting let's just say their scholarship is a $50,000 scholarship. They are at least making $1 million off each player, if not more money. They make like millions. They should at least pay the players some money. I think that there is a cure for cancer, but cancer makes too much money, so they're not going to rebuild it. I honestly believe this because cancer is a billion-dollar industry, and it's so sad that there's possibly a cure out there and somebody will not give it up because there's so much money. And I believe people probably have been killed for finding the cure for it, and I don't think there will ever be a cure for it, honestly, because people are just too greedy, and it's sad. Some Korean hip-hop or rap artists are very cringy to me. I talked to this boy who was really into old hip-hop and stuff like that. He was like, can you twerk? I'm like, twerk? No, I'm a bag of bones and I ain't twerking for you. No. Some of them, not all of them, but some come up as very cringy because it's try hard. Not just Korean, but anybody that tries too hard when stop it. You're from the suburbs. You can be from the suburbs and be the dopest rapper or whatever. I am a big fan of Aaliyah. She is just beautiful. I grew up on her music. I was 2 years old, rock the boat, rock the boat, rock the boat. Barely moving because I didn't start walking until I was 1 because I'm lazy like that. But I loved me some Aaliyah. How could the one like you go back? Okay, oh my gosh. I'm writing you a 4-page letter. My whole room when I was 4 or 5 was all Aaliyah. I had this mirror of her. I just love me some Aaliyah. As much as I love Aaliyah, even to now, I do not believe that if she was still alive. By the way, if you don't know, Aaliyah passed away in a plane crash at the age of 22 or 21, I think, 2001. But I feel like even if she was still alive, I do not believe that she would have been bigger than Beyonce. I feel like they would have been on the same level. I'm not a Beyonce stan. I like Beyonce, but I'm not a Beyonce stan. But I do feel like they would be on the same level, or Aaliyah would be kind of maybe would have not did music as much. I think we would never know, so we really can't say. But I don't think that she would have been way bigger than Beyonce. I just feel like they would have been similar or very this. Aaliyah, Beyonce. That's how I feel. I feel like this is a really bad opinion. I'm gonna get tagged for it. I don't think it's right for people to tell a mixed race person what they are. Oh, I'm gonna get attacked for this. For example, I always see people trying to push on mixed race people. You're this, you're this, you're this, you're this, you're only this. I don't think that's right. I feel like, for example, if you're black and Korean, I don't feel like it's right to tell somebody you're just black or you're just Korean based on how they look. They're both. Okay, I think that's it. They're just opinions. that I have. No need to be mean. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
So Friday, Friday, Chinatown. 真夜中の人混みに So Friday, Friday, Chinatown. 弾けるネオンサイン肩にぶつかる違いウインクを